Texas 95.7, the Armadillo. Greg Vaughn in the studio. WRCA folks in the studio.
We are here.
Morning.
We are here.
Lehman and the ailing Casey. Casey's here 50%.
Last week it was the same thing.
Did they give you good medicine, though? Did they? Are we getting a loopier Casey than normal?
No. It is what it is. It's called being 45. That's all. I'm fine, though.
You can't be riding in Bronx no more, huh?
Well, I don't think. I don't know what happened to me. It just is what it is.
It doesn't take much after 40. Let me tell you. All of a sudden, you could just pick up something off it could be a piece of paper.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
I get hurt sleeping these days, so I can't say a stinking word. Good morning.
That's right. Good morning.
Good evening.
Yes, it's evening.
Thank
you, Casey.
for correcting.
I've only been getting bashed for 3 weeks, so
It's dark outside. We got to keep.
Meade County Fair Ranch Rodeo. Is this actually during the fair? I was looking up trying to find Meade County, Kansas Fair, and they've got it listed like everything is this week.
It kicks it off.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's on the front end of it, right,
Yes,
Casey?
Okay. So it starts it all and gets it all going with that. Well, that's kind of cool.
It is cool.
They look forward probably to having the ranch rodeo come into town. That way they know the fair's coming.
Well, they do, and 9 times out of 10, it's usually a weather catastrophe. Been there when there's tornadoes. Been there when it's raining.
This year
was 106.
I was going to say this year during the drought
106
or heat wave.
degrees.
Man.
Everyone was probably pretty much smoked out.
Yeah. Y'all didn't go, right?
No, Randy Norris went, our president.
There you go. Got the president. Does that put pressure on the ranch rodeo and the president of the... No, not at all. Lehman said nah.
Nah, he's just one of the guys. He helps out.
That's
There's
awesome.
a funny story about Meade one year. Del Shell, Casey. Del Shell's the head man up there. And they were telling me something in their working pens. They had some stuff wasn't working right.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Norris on a cutting torch, cutting some pipe off, and you got Dale coming in behind him, welding it back up, and they just boom, knocked it out.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a banner sign.
Something like
Yeah. That's kind of cool, yeah. Just put him to work.
that. Yeah, he's a worker. He'll do whatever.
Put the president to work there. How was it? How was the report then from Randy? Was it well attended? Lots of teams?
They do a format. Casey and I were just talking. I actually, ashamed to admit, I wasn't aware they did it this way. So I learned something this morning. Imagine that. They run 16 teams, but they run 8 on Friday and 8 on Saturday. So it's a one-go rodeo.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
1 day, one go rodeo. Over 2 days. Total of 16 teams. So they run 8 and 8.
That's one of those ones like we talked about last week. Then if you have a good score the first day, you're in first so far.
Yeah, lock and change the second day.
Yeah, pins and needles for the second day, right?
Yes.
Yeah, very competitive, obviously, as we really say that about all of them.
Yeah.
But very, very excited to say that Whitmire Land and Cattle out of Delaware, Oklahoma, got their golden ticket to the World Championship.
I haven't been here since I believe it was 2012.
2012.
Wow.
I believe so. Yes,
They
Great.
were a little excited.
That'd be cool, yeah.
they were.
Yeah, good for
and
them.
It's a full-fledged working operation, just like all our guys, and it's kind of neat that they're back. A lot of history in that ranch.
Mm-hmm.
But I was looking at the bronc riding. You were talking to Craig a little bit. So, yeah, Friday night let's see. Let me go back. Friday night you had a 79 score. Actually, there's a tie. Whitmire and Snyder XIT. And then Saturday, the top bronc ride was 75. So anyone coming in on Saturday could have ousted that and changed up the whole spectrum on things.
I had another question. I already forgot because I looked up Delaware, Oklahoma. It's like, where
There's
the heck is
another thing
Delaware,
down
Oklahoma?
By Lenapaw.
North of Dallas or north of Tulsa.
You know, over there by Lenapaw. It's right there.
What's really
That
confusing.
did not help me at all, actually.
What's really confusing is when we have our rodeo at Coffeyville, Kansas, and then you go, there's a Coffeyville, Oklahoma,
Right.
and you just cross the railroad tracks and you're in Kansas. And that sits over there by Lenapaw and Juan, Oklahoma, and everything, Claremore, everything is north of Tulsa.
Yeah. Yeah, almost to the Kansas state line for Delaware. I had no idea there was a Delaware, Oklahoma. I learn something new every week on this show.
So, educational
It
program.
It is an
for our
educational
listeners
program.
out there. You want to call Jake? Let's get Jake.
Let's get Jake on the phone.
You.
Well, that's correct. This will be
There's a lot of Jake.
this will be the Gilmore version.
What's going on
of the
this morning?
Whitmire Landing Kettle.
Hey, Jakey, Jake.
There we go on the phone. We got him. I'm gonna because
live.
I got to put him on the air before you guys start saying more bad stuff off the air. Jake Gilmore's on the phone. How are you, Jake?
Good, how are you?
Good. Congratulations on the win. You'll be coming back to Amarillo this year.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Oh,
bet.
yes, thank you. You're so modest about it. Heck yeah. I think I'm more dang tickled about the deal than anybody. Come on.
Maybe, Casey.
I know. Did you call your buddy Brandon Nix and tell him?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, and I bet he's still dancing a jig. Hope he didn't throw his hip out of place. But
Yeah, he sure might have. I'm not sure.
yeah, have the cold beer ready, I'm sure. Jake
Yes,
was on
ma'am.
another team before that had qualified at one previous time. And so then now he's on with Whitmire Land and Cattle. And so now they get their ticket punched. And my golly, what was Keith like? Really subdued after the win? Very calm?
He was pretty calm there for a while. He didn't want to get too ahead of himself until after they announced that we had won, and then he got pretty excited.
Yeah, did he
was-
rip his britches? He always is notorious about ripping his britches. And for all the ladies out there, Kelly would kill me, but the guy doesn't wear underwear. So he just kind of...
Outstanding.
Yeah, it's like 106 degrees. He does it on purpose. It was hot,
No, he
Jake.
Yeah, well, it's hot.
He ripped a pair at Council Grove, I think, but he didn't rip any there. So.
That a boy. Tell him I said. I just put him on blast. Kelly will be okay with it. It'll make her laugh.
Hey, Jake, did you ride the first day or the second day? Did you guys compete?
It was both days. They split it up into two performances.
Well,
Which
maybe
is
I'll
a little different this year than the way they usually do it.
Okay, gotcha.
Who rode the bronc for you guys?
T.J. Davis,
All right, a.k.a. Little TJ.
he ended up winning the bronc riding, or split the bronc riding with Connor Groket, I think. He did really good and really did a good job.
Well, don't let Jake Gilmore fool you. He's quite the bronc stomper too. And really little personal tidbit. TJ, did they have their baby yesterday?
Yes, ma'am, they had the baby.
And a little boy or girl?
It's a girl.
Oh my goodness. Their son does not know what's going to happen to him. That little turkey. Well, tell him congrats.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And go ahead, Lehman.
I was just curious, kind of run down how the events worked out for you guys throughout the whole deal.
It just, we drew really good in just about every event. And the ones we didn't, we just kind of worked together and everything just kind of lined up for us.
He's kind of
very
modest. Yeah,
modest.
very modest
I
there.
can tell you what happened. Keith went screaming like a banshee. Little TJ was like, rope it. And Jake says, give it to me. And Heston's like, I got this. That's what happened. With a few beep beeps in
Just
there.
like that.
Yeah,
Just like that.
just like that.
Yeah, it just all seemed to work out. We've struggled at the last few just with drawing and making a few little mistakes, and we just got her pulled together this weekend. Everything worked out good.
Well, if I'm not wrong in my New Mexico educated math, I think Sandhill was second and third place was Snyder and XIT, which are two teams you don't want breathing down your throat when you're
No, ma'am.
doing something like that. And I believe Whitmire had a pretty good lead coming in at the end. I mean, I think it was like 17-point lead, or is that about right?
Double digits.
So-
Right,
I
Jake?
think it was 24 points split first and second, I think.
You had a good rodeo. Congrats, guys.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
That's awesome.
How in the
You were
world?
sure excited.
Sitting here looking at this time, how did you get under 30 seconds in the milking?
That's because
What in
Keith
the world?
tore his pants.
I tell you what, T.J. Davis roped our cow, and he thinks she got it on her quick, and she took it really well. We couldn't ask for a better cow. She just kind of helped us. So It was pretty quick.
I like that. She took it pretty well.
She took it well.
She did. She helped us a lot. I guarantee you.
That was
A lot of people didn't have the cow we have,
Yeah, it was a good draw. That just
Yes, ma'am.
says the luck of the draw.
and we never ever draw a good cow. We always usually get our butts kicked in the cow milking, and things sure didn't that time.
Well, I know in Cimarron they drew a pet cow. Like it just was like standing there. But you would think that would be easy. It wasn't. Because it was, you felt awkward.
Took us about 45 minutes to milk her, seemed like.
Yeah, well, Keith, it's because Keith didn't have a hole in his pants.
Oh man, that's funny.
Goodness.
How is old TJ Mills? He's kind of laid up,
He's
huh?
just hobbling around.
Oh my gosh. Well, you were there for that wreck.
Yes, ma'am. I saw that.
I'm sorry about that.
I cut his boot off for him and got him to the house, and then Jackie got him on from there. So
Well, he's
he's
just,
going to be out for a while.
yeah, it's pretty good. And then Heston's their spring chicken. He gets all the ribbon, you know. And then we'll come back
Yeah,
around and bring it back to Keith. Because,
Heston's been helping me quite a bit since TJ's been gone. So
yeah, that's good.
So Heston is the young
Yes,
man of the crew?
He's the young, well, Jake actually, yes. Heston's the young man of the crew.
Not that Jake is, I'm not saying Jake is an old man.
He is.
I'm just saying.
I'm getting there for sure.
It's okay to say it. He doesn't punch very hard when you see him. He hugs it out first and then he gets you. Well, congrats. I know what do you say with the team that runs off with it? Other than
Pretty much a
the
dominant
teams
deal.
on the back end of that ladder are just going, how in the heck? What happened? What happened? So kudos. Very, very excited for you guys. And I'm really, really looking forward to seeing you guys here in November. So please pass
Thank you
that
very
on.
much.
Okay?
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Jake, what is it for everybody listening that they don't get to do what you guys do? What does it mean to y'all to win as a team and have an opportunity to go to the World Championships? Can you give anybody a little idea what that means?
Yes, sir. What we do is it's not what we do; it's kind of how we live, and those going to those rodeos are what we enjoy doing. It's what we do every day. We work hard at it, and getting to go to Amarillo is kind of the ultimate deal because it's as far as a working cowboy's concerned, it's the biggest stage that we get to go on and to compete against the teams that get to go and the crowd and the environment that's there is just it's really cool for us.
Be a home week for these guys. They get to see all their buds they haven't seen in a while, and they don't get to take a break to go see them because when they do, they are work for them. But
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place to be. I can tell you that.
It is, but make sure to tell little TJ and yourself and Keith that when I guess Heston, that Bud Light is the sponsor, and he's gonna have to leave his nasty natural lights at home.
I'll tell him.
And tell him I'll buy him a beer. A beer will be on me in the hospitality room,
Perfect.
but no natural light.
No natural light. I'll tell him. I'll bet he
Please tell
drinks
Keith
his own.
that.
Man.
I really want Keith to listen to this radio interview. All right, guys. be
Congratulations, Jake.
Yes, thank you.
safe.
Thanks, Jake.
And when you talk to Flo or Mary and TJ, tell them we said congrats too, okay?
Yes, ma'am, we'll do.
All right, buddy. Tell your family hi.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Adios.
Good to have those guys back. It's got to be a long time. You say off the air
Yeah,
2012.
You said 12
I
since
might
they
be
were.
Right.
off a year, but it's either 2012 or
Still a long time.
2013. And they've
Yeah.
been hungry ever since. And that ranch, they lost the owner to that ranch last year, year before. But they've kept with it. And so I'm very excited for the Whitmire family. They have TJ Mills manages that ranch, and he does a great job. And kudos to everyone. Mm-hmm. They're a well-deserving team.
Absolutely. Real quick, top horse,
Oh, yeah.
Corey Rickard, congratulations.
Look at him go.
I tell you, this Voodoo the Moo is just stacking
Is
up.
that the same
Willie.
one?
I think
Yeah.
they're calling
A.K. Willie, yeah. That
Must
Voodoo
be
the Moo,
easier to
A.K.A.
say,
Willie.
Greg.
That's the one you're laughing about, remember?
Do the moo, yeah.
Voodoo the Moo. Somebody was smoking something when they...
Yeah, well, AKA Willie
about it.
doesn't really help.
Right. Willie.
Like,
get it?
where'd you get?
Willie, and then
Anybody
someone's
get it?
smoking, and then they come
That's what
up
I'm
with
saying.
Voodoo the Moo. I mean,
Oh, I
it's
got
good
you.
to
Yeah.
me.
Yep.
So that horse owned by John and Lisa Adams and trained and ridden by Corey Rickard, outstanding horseman. So congratulations to everybody with that horse. And then top hand, hello, another Jake, Tanner Jake Davis, TJ Davis off of Whitmire Landing Cattle was given that top hand. Or not given, he earned it, obviously.
Yeah,
So congratulations to both of those. And thanks to AQHA for their continued support of our top horse program and for Wrangler for supporting our top hand of the week.
Yeah, you mentioned AQHA. They'll be active this weekend. Is the
National Day of the Cowboy.
I was going to say, I thought the word celebration was in there somewhere. Maybe that's coming up this weekend. There's a lot of stuff for the kids to do out there.
Yeah. If you're interested, they'll be there at their Heritage Center Museum. AQHA will have a test ride where you could take the kids out and get them on a horse. That's kind of fun. And then, obviously, we want to talk about the 3-in-1 a little bit.
Yes, that'll be going on a little bit later on. See, I knew I had an email on this. 9 to 2 at the American Quarter Horse. Kids can try roping, cowboy poetry they're going to be doing. Like you said, we're getting to ride on the horse. There's crafts and activities, all kinds of stuff for the kiddos to do. That'll go on from 9 to 2. And then at 6 o'clock, we've got the 3-in-1, Oliver Saddle Shop's 3-in-1 Ranch
Out
Rodeo.
at Range Riders Arena.
Yep, and all that money raised will go to WRCA. So.
To the foundation.
Yep.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
the foundation. Yeah, and that's just a $5 ticket. It's not a $25. It's a $5. You can't. It's hard to find family entertainment for as low as $5 a person anymore. That's a good
And
price.
it is good competition,
Yeah.
good watching. It's fun. It's exciting. You get the guys come in the pen and they got to do 3 different events
Yep.
back to back to back.
And
Yeah, it's
open
pretty
bronc
unique.
riding too, and
Yes.
that adds to it.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yeah. 3 cows, 3 cowboys. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it last year. 3 in one end and 3 cowboys at the other end of the arena, and they let them go. Got a pen one, got a doctor one, and got a tie one down. And it's just kind of fun because, like I said last week, I think you get that, okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's try to pen one first.
now it goes out the window.
Yeah. And as soon as the cows decide they're going to go the opposite way instead of towards just everything, start over. That was a lot of fun.
We'd say thanks to the Oliver family, Oliver Saddle Shop. This is the 3rd year for that event, and it just keeps getting better.
Yeah,
I mean, great
yeah.
crowd last year, and
Yep.
expect the same. Come by. We'll have our booth set up out there, and Oliver's donates a saddle every year, so we'll be selling raffle
Okay,
tickets.
yeah. Yep. I forgot about
there.
that.
So come by, get your raffle ticket. That'll be fun.
I forgot all about
And,
that. Selling tickets
come see
out
us.
there. Yeah, and they've got great barbecue sandwiches out there. I had one of those too last year, and that goes to a different charity. And when we get a hold of Zeb, I forget the other charity now.
We're gonna have
If
to
he was
ask.
here, we could ask him.
If he was here.
Well, and when we do ask him, we need to make sure. I believe 3 years ago was their 100th anniversary.
That's right.
And that's why they
Oh, yeah,
really
yep,
kicked it off.
yep.
And so this will be their 103rd.
Oh,
So,
a bird just told me it's Kairos Ministries, by the way. So it brings the food and they
Little
get
birdie on your shoulder.
tweet.
What time is that for everybody? Saturday,
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, Range Riders Arena.
Loop in Washington down there.
And then if you happen to be not in Amarillo and you happen
Yeah.
to be in the Wyoming area,
Yeah.
we'll change your direction.
Yeah.
We have our Upper North Platte Ranch Rodeo that'll be going on this weekend in Camet, Wyoming. So that'll be fun.
It'll be a tough one. It'll be a good one to watch. I'm kind of wishing I was going to
I was
that
going to say, are one of you guys going, knowing, or
Gary Morton will
That's
be
almost-
going to that one.
get a little vacation squeezed into that one? That's pretty country up there.
Yeah, I thought Nebraska would be a vacation. Look how I came back. Freaking
With MRIs.
Obamacare. Jeez, Simon.
WRCA.org is the website. You can find out everything there, from tickets to lodging to the event schedule. And you can also get their free app on your phone and keep up with everything there. They're on Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, where they rebroadcast these shows if you miss one, or if you are related to somebody on the show and want to make fun of them. Anything like
That's
that.
right.
I think
That
Jake's
happens a lot.
family. Yes, exactly. I bet it does.
And
I can't imagine anybody making fun of anybody else.
No, not at all.
That's not happening.
sometimes it's just well, come on, they're like family away from family.
That's right.
You can't help but they would do the same thing to me.
That's right.
And they do.
And
Yeah,
they do.
even when I'm not present.
All right, we'll catch you guys next week. Appreciate you for stopping in.